Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're dedicating the entire list to one house, one brand that has, arguably more than any other, shaped the course of modern watchmaking. We're talking about Omega. From the depths of the ocean to the surface of the moon, Omega has been there, and the watches on today's list represent the very best that this legendary Swiss manufacturer has to offer. Whether you're a lifelong Omega devotee or exploring the brand for the very first time, these 10 timepieces showcase exactly why Omega occupies such an irreplaceable position in horological history. Let's get into it. Number 10. Omega Seamaster Diver 300 May 007 Edition. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300 May 07 Edition is the ultimate expression of one of watchmaking's most celebrated partnerships, and it earns its place on this list by delivering far more than a simple marketing exercise. Since 1995, James Bond has worn the Seamaster on screen, and Omega has periodically released special editions that celebrate that relationship with genuine design ambition. The 007 edition takes the already excellent Seamaster Diver 300 MR platform and elevates it with exclusive dial treatments, case engravings, and Bond-specific detailing that make it immediately distinctive. Beneath the drama of the design lies the Master Chronometer caliber 8806, a movement certified to the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology's most rigorous standards for accuracy, magnetic resistance up to 15,000 Gauss, and a 55-hour power reserve. The ceramic bezel, rubber strap, and 300-meter water resistance mean this is no mere collector's novelty. It is a fully capable professional diver that happens to carry one of cinema's most iconic legacies on its dial. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300 07 edition retails for approximately $7,500 USDTs. Number 9. Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Apollo 11 50th Anniversary Edition. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Apollo 11 50th Anniversary Edition is one of the most emotionally resonant limited edition watches Omega has ever produced. A timepiece that marks the single greatest adventure in human history, with a level of craft and detail that does justice to the occasion. Released in 2019 to commemorate 50 years since Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the lunar surface wearing the Speedmaster, this edition features a stunning 18-karat moonshine gold case, Omega's proprietary warm gold alloy developed for lasting color stability, paired with a richly detailed dial inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. The caseback is engraved with a rendering of the Eagle lunar module against the lunar surface, and every detail speaks to months of meticulous design work. At its heart beats the caliber 3861, Omega's latest generation hand-wound Speedmaster movement with Master Chronometer certification, the same movement architecture that went to the moon. This is not simply a watch, it is a monument to human courage worn on the wrist. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, Apollo 11 the 50th Anniversary Edition, retails for approximately $14,000 USDD. Number 8. Omega Constellation Coaxial. The Omega Constellation Coaxial is one of the most quietly elegant watches in the entire Swiss luxury landscape, a timepiece that carries 6 decades of refined design heritage into the modern era without ever raising its voice. The Constellation's signature features are unmistakable. The clawed lugs that grip the bracelet with architectural precision, the star set into the caseback, and the impeccably finished integrated bracelet that flows from case to wrist as a single seamless form. The dials are a masterclass in understated luxury. Sunray-brushed surfaces, applied diamond or baton hour markers, and the distinctive Constellation text that identifies these watches as members of Omega's most enduring dress collection. Power comes from the Coaxial Master Chronometer caliber 8700 series, delivering META's certification, outstanding magnetic resistance, and a 55-hour power reserve housed in a movement whose finishing reflects Omega at its very best. The Constellation Coaxial is the watch for the person who knows exactly what they want. Perfection without performance, elegance without effort. The Omega Constellation Coaxial retails for approximately $6,500 USDE. Number 7. Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Ultra Deep. The Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Ultra Deep is in a category of its own, not just among dive watches, but among all watches ever made. This is a timepiece born from a genuine record-breaking deep-sea expedition, the 2019 Five Deeps mission, during which a specially developed Omega dive system reached the deepest point of every ocean on Earth, including the bottom of the Mariana Trench, at nearly 11 kilometers below the surface. The ultra-deep worn on that mission survived pressures that would destroy virtually any other object, and the production version available today is built with that same extraordinary engineering philosophy. The Grade 5 titanium case, distinctive crown protection architecture, and ultra-deep rated construction give it a purposeful, almost spacecraft-like aesthetic that sets it entirely apart from conventional dive watches. The master chronometer movement within operates to Meta's standards of precision and magnetic resistance, certified performance in a watch that could, quite literally, reach the bottom of the world. The Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Ultra Deep retails for approximately $13,000 USD. Number 6. Omega de Ville Tourbillon. The Omega de Ville Tourbillon is where Omega steps fully into the realm of haute horlogerie, a showcase of the most complex and prestigious complication in mechanical watchmaking, executed with Omega's characteristic blend of technical mastery and refined aesthetics. The Tourbillon, invented by Abraham Louis Breguet in 1801 to counteract the effects of gravity on a pocket watch, remains the pinnacle complication, a rotating cage that houses the entire escapement, turning 1 revolution per minute in a hypnotic display of mechanical artistry. In the de Ville Tourbillon, Omega presents this complication within a slim, elegant case that allows the tourbillon to take center stage through a beautifully open dial architecture. The movement finishing, beveled bridges, Côte de Genève striping, and hand-polished components represents watchmaking at its most considered and meticulous. This is Omega at its most ambitious. A statement that the brand's engineering ambitions extend far beyond certified chronometers and dive watches into the absolute heights of horological craft. The Omega de Ville Tourbillon retails for approximately $90,000 USD. Number 5. Omega Speedmaster. Dark Side of the Moon, the Omega Speedmaster. Dark Side of the Moon is one of the most dramatic and daring reinventions of an icon ever undertaken by a major Swiss manufacturer, and the result is a watch that commands attention in any room it enters. Where the classic Speedmaster in stainless steel is understated and purposeful, the Dark Side of the Moon is bold, theatrical, and entirely uncompromising. The 4425 Mionor case is carved entirely from black zirconia ceramic, a technically demanding material that gives the watch a depth and intensity that no metal case can replicate. The black-on-black dial aesthetic, with its contrasting subdial textures and skeleton elements revealing the movement architecture beneath, creates a visual complexity that rewards extended study. The caliber 9300 coaxial chronograph movement inside offers outstanding performance with column wheel control, 60-hour power reserve, and Omega's renowned coaxial escapement. The Dark Side of the Moon is the Speedmaster for collectors who want to make an unmistakable statement, and it makes that statement with absolute conviction. The Omega Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon retails for approximately $15,500 USD. Number 4. Omega Seamaster. 300 Master Chronometer. The Omega Seamaster 300 Master Chronometer is a love letter to the golden age of dive watches, a modern interpretation of the original 1957 Seamaster 300 that preserves every element of vintage charm while delivering the most advanced movement technology Omega produces today. The design details are impeccably chosen. The broad arrow hands that reference the tool watches of the late 1950s, the large luminous dot at 12 o'clock, the distinctive tropical brown leather or mesh bracelet options, and the sandwich dial construction that gives the lume application extraordinary depth and legibility. But beneath this lovingly crafted vintage aesthetic beats the caliber 8806 Master Chronometer, certified by Metas to resist magnetic fields of 15,000 Gauss, regulated to within 0.5 seconds per day, and equipped with a 55-hour power reserve. The Seamaster 300 Master Chronometer succeeds where many heritage-inspired watches fail. It earns its design references through a movement that matches the spirit of innovation that made the original watches legendary in the first place. The Omega Seamaster 300 Master Chronometer retails for approximately $8,700 USD. Number 3. Omega Speedmaster. Moonwatch Sapphire Sandwich. The Omega Speedmaster. Moonwatch Sapphire Sandwich is the connoisseur's Speedmaster, a variant of the world's most famous watch that elevates the classic formula with a dial construction so technically impressive and visually stunning that it fundamentally changes how you experience this iconic timepiece. The Sapphire Sandwich dial replaces the traditional lacquered dial with a transparent sapphire base, allowing the luminous material to be applied between 2 layers of crystal. The result is a lumos that appears to glow with extraordinary depth and three-dimensionality, as though the numerals and hands are floating in space above an illuminated surface. In darkness, the sapphire sandwich Speedmaster produces a lume display unlike anything else in the chronograph world. The rest of the watch maintains the classic Moonwatch character, the 42mm stainless steel case, the Hesalite sapphire crystal, and the hand-wound caliber 3861 master chronometer movement with its legendary column wheel chronograph mechanism. For the collector who already loves the Moonwatch and wants to experience it at its most extraordinary, the sapphire sandwich is the answer. The Omega Speedmaster. Moonwatch Sapphire Sandwich retails for approximately $12,000 USD. Number 2. Omega Speedmaster. Moonwatch Professional. The Omega Speedmaster. Moonwatch Professional needs no introduction. It is simply one of the most important objects ever made, a watch whose place in history is secured not by marketing or prestige, but by what it actually survived and witnessed. On July 20th, 1969, the Speedmaster Professional was on the wrist of Buzz Aldrin as he walked on the surface of the moon, the only watch to have ever been worn in that moment, on that world. NASA selected the Speedmaster after rigorous testing in 1965, and it has accompanied every crewed American space mission since. The current production Moonwatch Professional is as faithful to that heritage as Omega has ever made it. The 42mm stainless steel case, the Hesalite crystal, the black dial with its white subdials, and the iconic tachymeter bezel are all present and correct. The beating heart is now the caliber 3861, a master chronometer certified hand-wound movement that is the direct descendant of the caliber that went to the moon. There is no other watch in history with a story like this one, and the fact that it remains accessible makes it one of the single greatest values in all of Swiss watchmaking. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional retails for approximately $6,900 USD. Number 1. Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150M. The Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150M takes the top position on today's list, and in many ways it is the most complete watch Omega makes. A timepiece that distills everything the brand does best into a single, endlessly wearable, utterly convincing package. Where other watches on this list excel in specific territories, the Speedmaster in space, the Planet Ocean in the deep, the Ville in formal elegance, the Aqua Terra excels everywhere, simultaneously, without compromise. The design is a triumph of proportion and refinement. The gentle brushed and polished case, the teak pattern dial that pays quiet homage to the teak decks of luxury sailing yachts, and the seamlessly integrated bracelet that wears with equal comfort in boardroom or cockpit. The caliber 8900 master chronometer movement inside is certified to resist magnetic fields up to 15,000 Gauss, making it the world's most magnetically resistant production watch at its price point, while delivering Meta's certified accuracy of 0.5 seconds per day and a 60-hour power reserve. At 150 meters of water resistance, it will accompany you everywhere water is involved. Dress it up, dress it down, travel with it, work in it, live in it. The Aqua Terra handles everything with serene, unhurried confidence. It is the one watch you could wear every single day for the rest of your life and never once wish you had chosen differently. The Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150M retails for approximately $7,200 USD, and it is, without question, one of the finest all-round watches ever made.